I ask my colleagues to support this legislation, which increases penalties for criminals who flee an officer and provides minimum sentencing for the most egregious and dangerous and deadly acts. We find ourselves at a crucial juncture in our state's journey towards public safety. Our streets, quite frankly, have never been more dangerous. The unholy trinity of stolen vehicles, reckless driving, and fleeing from law enforcement has a stranglehold over our communities, and we must commit ourselves to ending it. People from all backgrounds and all political interests recognize how serious this issue has become. It is impossible to ignore the devastation that they leave in their wake and the destruction they leave on our communities. I hope that we never become numb to the photos, the stories, the videos that we see every day on the evening news. We stand here today, Mr. Speaker, as stewards of the public trust to uphold and defend our communities from those that seek to evade justice and ensure that those who terrorize innocent citizens face the full force of their consequences. Statewide, since 2018, we have seen a steady increase in related police pursuits, with over 1,200 suspects injured. Those years, 185 law enforcement officers injured, and 365 innocent bystanders injured. And that does not include those who sadly lost their lives. While pursuits have plateaued in the city of Milwaukee, roughly 1,000 per year. Think about that, 1,000 high-speed chases a year in the city of Milwaukee. There has been a sharp increase in Milwaukee County. There were 1,685 pursuits in 2018, which increased to a staggering 2,072 in 2022. I fear that these numbers will only continue to climb. Milwaukee suburban communities, such as Greenfield, a city I represent, saw nearly a doubling in pursuits during that same period. So how did we get here, Mr. Speaker? How did this become such a systemic problem? I could go into great detail, but Mr. Speaker, due to time constraints, I won't do that today. Suffice to say, the ill-advised decisions of the past to change and diminish law enforcement's ability to pursue criminals nurtured the explosion of vehicle thefts, reckless driving, and fleeing an officer that we see today. Criminals exploited those decisions, and we are now tasked with correcting that behavior. We allowed them to prosper with soft policies that sent a weak message, often blaming police instead of criminals. This bill stiffens the penalties for all categories of fleeing an officer and attaches mandatory minimum sentencing for the most egregious, those causing great bodily harm and death. I am happy to say that this common sense legislation enjoys broad bipartisan support. It has the support of the mayor of Milwaukee. It has the support of the Milwaukee Common Council. It has the support of the Milwaukee County District Attorney's Office, as well as the support of the Wisconsin Association of District Attorneys. It also has the support of numerous law enforcement agencies and organizations. But more important than that, More important than that, Mr. Speaker, it has the support of the people, our constituents, the decent, hardworking, law-abiding citizens who, quite frankly, have had enough. They've had it up to here, Mr. Speaker. They've had it up to here with the disorder, the chaos, the crime, and the reckless driving that they are experiencing more and more frequently on an increasing number of our neighborhoods and communities. It also has the support of the family of Aaron Mogensen. There was powerful testimony at the public hearing. Her family came forward, gave that testimony. Erin lost her life on the streets of Milwaukee. She lost her life and the life of her unborn child due to the reckless, dangerous, out of control, nonsensical, stupid behavior of an individual who was fleeing an officer. It is now, Mr. Speaker, incumbent upon us to confront this menace that undermines our society and send a resounding message to would-be offenders that fleeing from the long arm of the law will not go unpunished. Enough is enough.